From homeless to millionaire in 1 year. The inspiring story of Chris Gardner. Imagine being homeless, living on the streets with your young son, and then, within a year, becoming a millionaire. It sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what Chris Gardner did. His story is one of the most inspiring examples of turning adversity into success. Welcome to Smart Money Vids, where we explore real-life stories and strategies to help you achieve financial freedom. Today, we're diving deep into the extraordinary journey of Chris Gardner, a man who went from living in shelters to building a multi-million-dollar empire in just 1 year. By the end of this video, you'll learn the exact steps Chris took to overcome his struggles and how you can apply these lessons to transform your own life. Financial success is about much more than just having money. It's about resilience, smart decision-making, and unwavering self-belief. Chris Gardner's story is a powerful example of how anyone can overcome even the toughest challenges and achieve greatness. In today's video, we'll break down the key moments in Chris's journey, including how he hit rock bottom, the pivotal decision that changed everything, and the strategic actions that led to his rapid rise to wealth. By the end of this video, you'll not only be inspired by Chris's incredible story, but also equipped with valuable lessons that you can apply to your own life. Stay tuned to discover the crucial turning point that made all the difference in his journey from homelessness to success. The rock bottom moment that sparked his transformation. Chris Gardner's story begins in San Francisco in the early 1980s, a time when he was struggling just to make ends meet. Chris was working as a medical equipment salesman selling portable bone density scanners. However, the scanners were a hard sell. Most doctors considered them a luxury and were reluctant to buy them. As a result, Chris's income was inconsistent, and his financial situation quickly spiraled out of control. As his debts mounted, Chris's personal life also began to fall apart. His relationship with his wife, Sherry Dyson, was strained by the financial stress, and eventually, Sherry left Chris, taking their young son, Christopher Jr., with her. This separation was a devastating blow for Chris, who was now not only broke, but also facing the prospect of losing his family. Determined to be a responsible father, Chris fought to regain custody of his son. Despite his dire financial situation, he eventually won custody, but this victory came with an immense burden. Chris and his son found themselves without a stable home, forced to sleep wherever they could find shelter. Some nights, they stayed in homeless shelters. Other times, they slept in the bathroom of a subway station. During this period of extreme hardship, Chris realized that the only way to change his life was to change his mindset. Instead of succumbing to despair, he decided to focus on what he could control. He set a new goal for himself: to provide a better life for his son and to break free from the cycle of poverty. But while this mindset shift was crucial, it was only the beginning. The real turning point came when Chris encountered an opportunity that would change the course of his life forever. The pivotal decision that led to his breakthrough. The turning point in Chris Gardner's life came on a seemingly ordinary day. As he walked down the street, he noticed a man parking a red Ferrari. Intrigued by the man's success, Chris approached him and asked what he did for a living. The man, who turned out to be a stockbroker, responded that he worked in finance. This brief interaction left a lasting impression on Chris, sparking his interest in the world of stockbroking. Inspired by the potential for success in finance, Chris decided to pursue a career as a stockbroker. However, this decision was far from easy. Chris had no formal education in finance, no experience in the industry, and no connections. Moreover, he was still homeless, struggling to care for his son. But Chris was undeterred. He saw stockbroking as his ticket out of poverty and was willing to do whatever it took to succeed. Chris began applying to stock brokerage firms, but faced rejection after rejection. Many firms were unwilling to take a chance on someone with his background. But Chris was relentless. His persistence paid off when he secured an unpaid internship at Dean Witter Reynolds, a prestigious brokerage firm. This internship was highly competitive. Only one intern would be offered a full-time position at the end of the program. Chris knew that he had to outshine the competition to secure that job. The challenges Chris faced during this time were immense. He was still homeless, and his unpaid internship meant that he had no steady income. Every day, he would go to work in a suit, carrying a briefcase to maintain a professional appearance, even though he had no money for food or shelter. At night, he would often sleep in the restroom of a subway station, ensuring that his son was safe and cared for. Despite these hardships, Chris remained focused on his goal. He was determined to prove that he could succeed in this new field. Taking care of his son during this time was one of Chris's biggest challenges. During the day, he relied on daycare services, often struggling to afford the fees. After work, he would pick up his son and search for a place to stay for the night. Many nights were spent in shelters or even in public restrooms when no shelter was available. Despite these difficulties, Chris was committed to being a present and loving father, ensuring his son felt safe and cared for, even in their most difficult times. But Chris's journey didn't end with securing the internship. What he did next was crucial in transforming his financial dreams into reality. Strategic actions that fueled his rapid ascent to wealth. What truly set Chris Gardner apart from his peers was his relentless work ethic and his refusal to let adversity defeat him. From the moment he started his internship, Chris was determined to be the best. He knew that he had to stand out in a room full of qualified candidates, many of whom had more experience and better resources than he did. Chris's strategy was simple but effective. He worked harder than anyone else. He arrived at the office early and stayed late, often making over 200 cold calls a day to potential clients. While others took breaks or left early, Chris used every spare moment to learn about the stock market, study investment strategies, and build relationships with senior brokers. His dedication and commitment quickly caught the attention of his superiors, who began to recognize his potential. Even as Chris made progress at work, his personal life remained challenging. There were days when he didn't know where his next meal would come from or where he and his son would sleep that night. But Chris never allowed these difficulties to derail his focus. He was driven by the desire to create a better future for his son and himself. As the internship program came to an end, Chris's hard work paid off. He was offered the coveted full-time position at Dean Witter Reynolds, beating out dozens of other candidates. This was a pivotal moment in Chris's life. He had finally secured a stable income and the opportunity to build a career in finance. But Chris didn't stop there. After gaining experience and building a client base, Chris took another bold step. He founded his own brokerage firm, Gardner Rich & Company. The firm quickly became successful, thanks to Chris's determination and his ability to build trust with his clients. Within a short time, Chris had transformed himself from a homeless man struggling to survive into a self-made millionaire. Chris's story didn't just end with financial success. He went on to become a motivational speaker and author, sharing his story with millions of people around the world. His memoir, The Pursuit of Happyness, was later adapted into a Hollywood movie starring Will Smith, further cementing Chris Gardner's legacy as an inspirational figure. But perhaps the most important part of Chris's journey is the lessons he learned along the way. Lessons that can help anyone achieve success, no matter where they start. Now that you've heard Chris Gardner's story, let's talk about how you can apply these lessons to your own life. Mindset mastery. Start by shifting your mindset. Like Chris, focus on what you can control and take proactive steps toward your goals. The power of belief in yourself cannot be underestimated. Seize opportunities. When opportunities arise, don't hesitate. Take action. Chris's decision to pursue an unpaid internship was a massive risk, but it opened the door to his future success. Commit to hard work. Success requires relentless effort. Chris worked harder than anyone else in his program, and that determination set him apart. Be willing to outwork your competition. Now that you've seen the steps Chris took to change his life, let's recap the key takeaways and how you can start applying them today. To recap, Chris Gardner's journey from homeless to millionaire in just 1 year is a powerful example of what's possible when you combine a strong mindset, seizing opportunities, and relentless hard work. He changed his life by committing to his goals and refusing to let his circumstances dictate his future. Chris's story is a testament to the fact that no matter how difficult your situation, you have the power to change your life. It's all about the choices you make and the actions you take. If Chris Gardner's journey inspired you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your own experiences and what steps you're taking to achieve your financial dreams. And don't forget to check out our next video for more stories and strategies that can help you on your path to success.